I tried speaking without a microphone for a second then, my bad. Let me text my guys to let them know that we're online this morning. See if any of them want to join us on YouTube. You can do the same as well. Copy. Here's our morning Bible study code. Paste. There we go. That'll do the job. Lovely jubbly. There we are. So we're all live. We're all good. Everything's working all right. Hopefully you can all hear me. No, not yet. There we go. That's all going well. Good morning, Nicole. I hope you're well. The link and everything's all on the website. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing today. There we are. Lovely jubbly. Oh, no, made that too big. There we are. Okay. Let me double check to see if I'm being heard right now. That might be a good idea. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. I love a little Bible study on the bubble this morning. Hopefully we'll see how it goes. And hopefully some friends will join us. We'll see. There we go. Is it working? Yeah, there you go. It's working. I can hear me saying. Lovely. Get rid of that. There we are. I'm going to make some of these. I'm going to make some new thumbnails this morning for some of our YouTube videos because some of them have been pretty good recently. And I'm meant to put a thumbnail on each of them, and I'm pretty rubbish at it, if I'm honest with you. I'm not very good at all this online promoting stuff. I'm all right at community, but I'm just duff at everything else. You know what I mean? Like I think I could do community pretty well, but you know, how these things go. It's all good. We're thinking about what sort of stuff I might want to do at the moment online and stuff, and in person. I've got some a bit of outreach to go and do actually at the moment, so I can go and do some of that sort of stuff. We're loving our prayer times in the mornings and our morning devotions. This stuff just carries on. Let us know if you joined in and watched our little video that I did yesterday morning instead of this Bible study. I've been trying to chop and change it a little bit, and trying to encourage some other people to take a lead on stuff as well. It's easier said than done, but that's the way it is, you know. So yeah, I'm trying to work it out. So yeah, let us know if you've been joining in with that stuff. That'll be great news, and we'll see how it goes. You know what? I'm thinking I might even give this a little share. Here we go. Because you know, a little share is sometimes good, isn't it? If you're watching just now and you're up for sharing our live stream, that'll be really cool. Because I think today might be a decent Bible study. We'll see how it goes. Normally, a bit of conversation helps. So if you are joining in, if you are watching, then hit us up in the comments, and I will respond to your comments the best I can. I can see Nicole's there at the moment asking about the code, which is all on the website. It's the only way in. We can't just post a code out there because last time we did that, some people came on and did this thing called Zoom bombing. So people Zoom bombed us the last time I put the code out there, and which isn't so bad when it's a private room that isn't being live streamed. But when you're live streaming, basically what happened was someone started taking their clothes off on the screen, and whilst we were live streaming our church Bible study, some geezer came on, and yes, I get undressed. So we won't be posting the code out there, but it's all on the website. You can do that quite easily, hopefully. Good morning, Julie. Hello, how you doing, mate? You all right? Hope you're all right, mate. Over in Louth, that's good news, and hopefully we'll see some of you guys. Hello, Dorothy. Dorothy, I've seen your name come up before. Where are you from? Let us know. And good morning, Don, all the way from Bedford. How you doing down in Bedford? Has Bedford got an Elim church? I've got a feeling it has. I know there's one in Leighton Buzzard, and I've got some friends who are going over to Milton Keynes soon. But yeah, has Bedford got an Elim church? I can't remember now, to be honest with you. Yeah. I've got a friend actually who ministers in Bedford, Anglican minister. who's a friend, someone that I went to Bible college with, and I think she's in Bedford. Dorothy's in Lincoln. Lovely, Dorothy. Happy days. That's good news. Good to hear that you're in Lincoln. That's lovely. How often do you manage to join us then, Dorothy? Do you manage to get on here quite often, do you? Or are you very few and far between? Let us know. And have I, where did I see your name? Did you request to join our online community? I can't remember now. One of the things that might come up on your screen at the moment, if you're watching, might well be a little link which says on it, like a link to our online community group, Ignite Online Community. For those of you that want to belong to Ignite Church, like, you don't necessarily have to come to the building for that. That just means that you want to belong. You like the vision. You like our style. You want to call this your home church, and maybe you want to belong to church, but maybe as part of our online church rather than in person. Although our in-person folks are still on that group as well. You can join that group. Let me know as well if it's possible that's what you want to do, because every now and again I get people that want to join that group, and what happens is they don't really want to join it. They want to spam it, so I don't let them join because they don't answer any of the questions. When you're not busy with the kids, and often we watch Sunday services online. That's cool, mate. That's really cool. That's good news, isn't it? I'm like, I want to know all about you now, Dorothy. I'm like, I want to know all about how many kids you got. Are they grown up? Are they little? You know what I mean? I've got kids as well. My two are 19 and 17. Good morning, Adele, and what's going on? Good morning, everyone. Have a blessed day. Thank you, Adele. And Nicole can't find it. I did put. There's a link to the page on the post, on the actual live stream post. So if you go to Ignite Elim Church and then on Facebook, and then it's got our live stream. If in the little bit of writing above it, it's got a link. If you click that link, you should be able to find it on there with any luck. I try to make it as simple as possible. But I guess some things are impossible to be simple. I don't know how else to explain. Yeah, Dorothy, let us know. Like, do you want to meet up for a cup of coffee? I'll buy you a coffee, mate. In fact, I've got a cafe just here. I'll be honest with you, actually. I'm feeling like I could have done with getting myself a cup of coffee this morning, to be honest with you. I feel a little bit like sleepy today. Bringing up my grandchildren. That's cool. Bless you, mate. That's really good news, isn't it? My grandma fostered me full time from the ages of 7 to about 15, I think, which is really cool. Good morning, Mum. Hope you're all right. Mum Bartlett, Laura's mum. I hope you're all right. Although my mum does pop on every now and again, which is really cool. So it looks like there's a really good chance that either everyone's really late to logging on to Zoom, or no one's going to log on, which is totally fine, because I don't mind sitting here and just chatting, you know. I think nearest Elim to Bedford is Northampton. Northampton's a quality church, mate. That's where I come from, Northampton Town. And we're starting an Elim church in Northampton Town as well as the Elim church that's already there. The one that's already there is has been there for a really long time, and they're quite a big church. Like, they've just gone into the city, not city, town centre, into a massive theatre. It's like 900 seats. It's absolutely amazing. They've got like a big band and stuff, and really great leadership team. They're really cool. We're on an estate in Northampton, but yeah, it's quite far, isn't it? Northampton to Bedford, 40 minutes, 50 minutes or something. So yeah, I can imagine you won't want to drive that. But I did think, where's Leighton Buzzard then? Is Leighton Buzzard quite close to Bedford? Or am I just off my head? I'm probably off my head. We're going to be looking at Matthew chapter 16 today. For those of you that are interested, keep on commenting and stuff. It looks like I'll be interacting with comments today rather than interacting with people face to face on here. But that's all right. I don't mind that. I'm cool with that. Let's have a look. So we've been looking at the words of Jesus in Matthew for about 2 years, and we just want to know more about him. We want to learn about his vision, his culture, his character, and some of the things that he says are really important to us. Mum's like, come and join the Elim Church in Briar Hill, Northampton. He's in Bedford, Mum. Go on, Mum's on it. By the way, if you are in Northampton and you want to get joined in, then add Mum. That'd be really good. That's a good shout. Okay. And if you're in Bedford or anywhere else for that matter, anywhere that's not Lincoln, Louth, Northampton, Barton, if you're not in any of those places and you want to be part of Ignite Church and you'd like to see an Ignite Church where you live, then what to do is send us a message, because we want to start Ignite churches literally everywhere. And that can literally be the other side of the world, because it's all online nowadays. And not only that, but we can travel, we can work it out, and we can give full training to help you, to resource you. We can find finances and food to give away and other stuff that we can use to reach the lost where you are. So if you'd like to see an Ignite Church in your town or city or village, then by all means give us a shout. And if it starts off as a house church in your house, I'm totally cool with that. Okay, let's read the scriptures. We're looking at Matthew chapter 16 and verse 11. Okay, so like, there's been a little bit of a hoo-ha just there over the last week. What's happened is Jesus did some stuff, and then the Pharisees were like, hey, show us a sign that you're who you say you are. And then Jesus turns around and says that they won't get a sign except for a sign of Jonah. And then he turns around and says this really weird thing. He says, watch out and beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and Sadducees, right? Yeah? Beware of the leaven, which is essentially the sin, the culture, the natural instincts, the default position of the Sadducees and Pharisees. And then the disciples turn around and say, hey, you talk about bread. And then Jesus goes on, you men of little faith, why do you discuss among yourselves that you have no bread? Do you not yet understand or remember the 5 loaves of the 5,000, and how many baskets full you picked up, or the 7 loaves of the 4,000, and how many large basketfuls you picked up? It's really interesting, isn't it? Because sometimes we have this habit of feeling like, do you reckon that Jesus feeding the 5,000 and feeding the 4,000 was, and all this sort of stuff? Maybe it was the same thing, same occurrence, but maybe like repeated or something. Who knows? But anyway, just there, it's clearly 2 different things, isn't it? You know what I mean? 2 different occurrences. Anyway, then Jesus, this is where we get up to. Verse 11. How is it that you do not understand that I did not speak to you concerning bread? Beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and Sadducees. Do you understand? Do you not understand? Do you not understand? Okay? That's where we're going today. Do you not understand? I think sometimes, like certainly in this moment, Jesus is saying, listen, it's not about bread. If we wanted bread, I'll just make bread appear. I'm talking to you about spiritual. I'm talking to you about spiritual. I'm telling you something spiritual. It's got nothing to do with bread, And I think we go through life on this spiritual journey, and we have this really bad habit, don't we, as Christians, of sometimes deliberately being ignorant. So I think there's an accidental, I didn't understand that. Then there's a deliberate ignorance to what is being said. And then there's a deliberate defiance, isn't there? There's a defiance of what's being said. So Let's work through those things. I wish I had a pen. I could write. Oh, I'm going to write them down on my phone. Great shout. Here we go. Let's write down these 3 things, and we'll try and work through them. So there's. Hang on. Here we go. Got notes on my phone. Number 1. We're sometimes unable to understand. Yeah? Unable to understand. By the way, join in the conversation. In the comments, please do. Sometimes we're unable to understand. Sometimes we remain ignorant. Maybe because of fear. Maybe due to fear. Okay? I'll explain more as we go. And then sometimes we become defiant. If it's defiant, sometimes people say to me, Darren, how do you come up with a sermon in like 2 minutes? That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Okay, done. Because we're looking at half of a verse just there, and there's so much to it, and there's so much to say about it, and I could sit here and teach probably for the next hour on this. Okay, so let's go through this. Okay, so as Christians, let me give a good example of this. Okay, so let's say if I said to the followers here at Ignite Church, if I said to you guys online that brushing your teeth in the morning and at night is bad for your teeth, right? And that instead of brushing your teeth in the morning, you should swill your mouth out with mouthwash, because you already brushed your teeth in the evening, so you don't need to clean them again. They just need more protection. Right? If I said that, right? The first thing you'd say is you tramp. You'd be like, what are you telling us not to brush our teeth for, Pastor? Let's not get fixated on the brushing the teeth thing. We're talking about the teaching here, okay? If I taught you something that you weren't used to and that you didn't, that maybe you felt, so what would happen is maybe you wouldn't understand, okay? So we're going to go through this. You wouldn't understand. Some people just wouldn't understand that actually your teeth are already actually clean physically from the night before when you brushed them, right? And so did you know that when you brush your teeth, you're not supposed to put your toothbrush underneath the water to brush your teeth? You're supposed to just put your toothpaste on the toothbrush and then brush them and then rinse your toothpaste, leaving all the toothpaste in your mouth. So you spit most of it out. You're supposed to leave some in your mouth. You're not supposed to rinse your mouth out afterwards. Now, the reason for that is that the toothpaste continues to protect your teeth for like 24 hours or whatever, however long it is, And then the idea is that later on, if you need to freshen up, then that's what mouthwash is for. Okay? That's the actual idea, right? Now, you're probably thinking, no, that's definitely wrong. I've always ran my toothpaste underneath the water and left the water running the whole time that I'm brushing my teeth. Firstly, you're destroying the planet. Secondly, you're doing it wrong. And the evidence of this is that if you read the packet on your toothpaste, I know who reads the instructions as to how to brush their teeth. But anyway, if you do, you'll find that I'm telling the truth, right? Now, here's the thing. Moving away from the idea of the toothpaste and the toothbrush and that sort of stuff, because that's not really what I'm talking about. What I'm really talking about here, and some of you guys are now like, oh, my days, I've been brushing my teeth wrong my whole life. Laura said the same thing when I told her this about 3 months ago. Anyway, been brushing my teeth wrong the whole time. Anyway, so now that I've told you how toothpaste works, you have this wonderful opportunity to understand what I'm saying, okay? But for some of you, you're like, no, I just don't get it. I just don't get how toothpaste protects your teeth. I'm not sure that's how it works, I just don't get it. And so what is mouthwash for then if we're not supposed to rinse our mouth out afterwards? Right? Yeah, and so you're just not computing. Okay, that's the first point that people get to. Some people just don't understand it, and no matter how much I teach you that you're brushing your teeth wrong, you just can't get your head around it, and that's okay, isn't it? You just don't understand it. So Jesus is saying, "Do you not understand?" Right? And then, so there's a bunch of people like that, and so there's probably some disciples of Jesus at this moment, but leavens for bread, he's always talking about bread. He's always like feeding the 5,000, the 4,000. He's always feeding people bread. How can he just switch from, I don't get it, and they just don't get it. And so he's saying, do you not understand? They just don't get it. They can't get their heads around it. And some people are like that, aren't they? And you might be like that just now. You might be thinking, oh no, I just don't get it. Mum said, toothpaste burns, so spit it out ASAP. Mum, toothpaste is good for your teeth. Toothpaste is good for your teeth. Understand. Right? Yeah? You see what I'm saying? So some people just don't understand. And then there's a different group of people, right? What's the next group of people? Are people that are deliberately ignorant. Yeah? So the people that are ignorant to the truth and ignorant to the teaching, they remain ignorant, maybe due to fear. They might say, well, if I've always done it this way, and this is the way that I was taught by my mum, I think my mum knows better than the dentist and the people who made the toothpaste. So out of fear, I'm going to remain ignorant to what the professionals say, and I'm going to stick with what mum said. Yeah? Do you know what I mean? So you can imagine, get this, 20, 30 years on from this moment where Jesus is speaking to the lads about the leaven of the Pharisees, Peter has been told that he's got to go to the Gentiles to be a witness to the Gentiles. He has this amazing vision. He goes out, he starts going to Gentile villages and towns and stuff and witnessing to people that weren't Jews, and then those people that aren't Jews become Christians, and Peter becomes really, really sort of famous amongst the church because he's the one who's going out and reaching out to more and more people, right? Then all of a sudden, this weird thing happens where the Pharisees and the Sadducees start to promote Peter, and they start to be nice to him and say, aren't you a really wonderful guy? Why don't you come round our house and get some food? Right? And then Peter then starts sort of being sucked into that culture. And then before you know it, he's drawing a wedge accidentally, or maybe on purpose, between the Jews and the Gentiles again. And essentially, the Apostle Paul writes and says, Peter, I think you've gone a bit wrong there, mate. Don't you remember way back when Jesus said, beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and the Sadducees, because if you get caught up in their religion and their culture, their ideas and their ideals, then you're not going to quite get the kingdom, and the kingdom is for everyone. And so Peter loses his calling, doesn't he? And Paul takes over from him. Remember that bit in the Bible? And you might go, what happened? Well, I believe what happened was Peter got it for a little while, but he weren't quite getting it, and he sort of remained ignorant. So when it come to the Samaritan woman, Peter was there with the other lads going, Jesus, I don't think you should be doing this. She's Samaritan. Why are we even going there anyway? And then some Gentiles come to Peter, I need to be saved. And then Peter's like, I'm not too sure about that, And then basically God has to give him like a one-on-one vision, brings down all these different things from heaven in this big sheet and says, that everyone's welcome. And then finally Peter sort of says, well, oh, you know what? I guess I'm just going to have to get it. He's sort of laid it on a bit thick now. But eventually he goes back to being ignorant again, doesn't he? Yeah? And you have to wonder to yourself, do we sometimes do that? Like, do we remain ignorant? So the professional says, don't wash your mouth out after you've brushed your teeth with toothpaste, and don't put water on your toothpaste. That's what the professional says. And then we say, oh yeah, get that. Don't do it anyway. Just keep on doing it as I've always done it, right? Because I just forgot what the professional said. It's the same in church, isn't it? The professional stands up on the stage and says something like, you need to really get into a culture of prayer. What do? You stick with your culture of work, or you stick with your culture of watching rather than engaging, And then you go, yeah, I get what the professional's telling me, the professional Christian's telling me. Yeah, I get it. I just forgot that I had to actually live it out as well. So you remain ignorant, yeah? Then there's the others. By the way, I'm really aware that this could be quite challenging today, which is why no one's commenting. Sorry, everyone. Feel free to comment, and I'll respond to your comments. I promise. There's a final group of people, isn't there? And this is the group of people who are, let me read this out, who become defiant. Yeah? The group of people that become defiant. This is where you see the person who says, you know what, I don't care what the professional says. I think I know best, so I'm just going to do it my way anyway. Good to be challenged. God bless you, Dorothy. I'm glad you're feeling that it's good to be challenged. Yeah, defiant is the people that are defiant are the people that say, I don't care what the professional says. I know what's best. I'll do it my way anyway. Yeah? These are the people that still use the term, the blood of the lamb, when they're speaking to people about Jesus. Yeah? These are the people. Oh no. Yeah, did he go there? These are the people that decide that listening to Steve Furtick on a Sunday is better than going to church and being amongst people and being part of a community where iron sharpens iron. These are the these are the people that carry on rinsing their mouth out and putting mouthwash in their mouth afterwards. And wasting money on mouthwash when it's just for freshening up, and they're doing it all wrong. Oh no. These are the people that put their milk in their coffee first. They put their milk into their cup and then they put their tea in. Oh no. Go on. I'm kidding. These are the people that still vote for Tories. Oh dear. I'm kidding. I'm just winding everyone up now. I'm just keen to get some comments, like Dorothy's on it. Everyone else got a bit quiet. Yeah, how else do we grow if we're not challenged? These are the people that say, the pastor's wrong, man. I know better than him or her. And I know how to run a church better, I know how to do outreach better, I know how to win the lost better. I'm just going to keep on using the blood of the lamb as my gospel preach. I'm not even going to bother preaching the gospel. I'm going to keep on trying to do things myself rather than asking God to do them. I'm going to keep on gossiping about my friends and then letting my friends find out that I'm gossiping about all of them, and then none of them want to be my friend anymore. None of them trust me anymore. I'm going to keep on using mouthwash after I just brush my teeth. Glory. So with 4 minutes to go, let me ask you guys, and feel free to comment on this if you want. Here's the thing, right? We all want to be one of the first two, right? We all want to be, if out of the three, if we had to choose one of the three, we want to be the one who's unable to understand, so it's not my fault, right? It's not my fault. I can't have responsibility for that because I just don't understand. I sort of don't want to be the one who remains ignorant, but remaining ignorant is better than just being defiant. Because defiance is sin, right? I haven't frozen, I just left a bit of gap there. Defiance is sin. So are we unable to understand? Are we ignorant? Are we defiant? Or are we cracking on with it? And I know everyone's like, oh, but I'm cracking on with it. If we really examine ourselves, I think a lot of the time we'd find that actually, no, we're being defiant. If we really look at ourselves, and this is what it's all about, isn't it? If you want to grow, if you want to move forward, if you want to have greater faith, if you want to have a more stable life, if you want to become more godly, then you've actually got to really look at yourself. And even if you're not defiant in the way that you brush your teeth, maybe you could have a look at, well, what am I defiant in? What am I defiant in? Because I don't want to be defiant in anything, do I? And so this is a moment where we can choose to self-examine. And once we've finished our self-examination and we're really, really honest with ourselves, what we could do is we can text a friend who doesn't gossip and speak about me behind my back. We can text a friend and say, I was just listening to Pastor Daz and I examined myself and realised that I was defiant in the way that I brushed my teeth. That's just an example, by the way. I was defiant in this area of doctrine that isn't true. I was defiant in the way that I choose to live my life in some way. And today, I'm saying I don't want to be defiant to God because God is challenging me. And I want to move forward. And so, friend, can you text me in a couple of weeks and ask me how I'm doing with this? And that's how we move forward. That's how we grow. Mum said, I guess we can all be a bit of each at times. Yeah, we can, that's right. Got to be honest with ourselves and to God. Yes, we have, Dorothy. And Don says, I am weak, but he is strong. Praise his name. True. I might challenge a little bit of that, Don, if I can, and say that my weakness and my scriptural references like that shouldn't be an excuse for me to keep on being weak. I should be moving forward. the way that we know we're saved is with a transformed life. Our life is transformed, we move forward. That's how we know we're saved, right? The fact that we're being changed from one degree of glory to another is the way that I know that I'm saved. Hallelujah. Glory. Well, I did say, didn't I? It won't be too hard to speak for that long. We could keep on speaking for longer. I hope everyone goes home and chucks away their mouthwash. I kid. Oh dear. Let me pray, and then we will bring this to a close. God, thank you for our time together. It's been real good. I've had fun, and I really want to move forward personally. I guess I've got the luxury of having devoted my whole life to you and given it all over to you. I have the luxury of not really having any reason to be defiant anymore. And so I think the majority of the time I'm able to flip between not understanding and then just cracking on. I want to be one that cracks on. I want to be one that changes, moves forward. Sorry for when I've been a silly man. I'm just a sinful man. That moment when Peter realizes that Jesus is who he says he is. As he catches all that fish and his first reaction is, oh my days, this is the Messiah. This is the Holy One of Israel. This stuff is true. This is what I've been waiting for my whole life. And just for a few moments, I just didn't understand. And maybe I might have even been a little bit deliberately ignorant. But now it's right in my face. Jesus, forgive me. I'm just a sinful man. I don't want to be defiant. Hallelujah. God bless you all. I'll see you all soon. In Jesus' name, amen, 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 amen.